All right, thank you so much for your patience. Ladies and gentlemen, very good evening to one and all. Please allow me to extend a warm welcome to our honored and prestigious guest this evening from the Design Fraternity. First, we'd like to welcome and give a special recognition to our department interim dean, Dr. Nikolai Jacobson, professors, undergraduate students, and their parents and loved ones. And in her absence, our esteemed president, Ms. Latoya Williams. We'd like to thank you for your love and support that you've given all of our designers. Can we give them a round of applause, please? Now, of course, this is a very special night because we're here to celebrate the accomplishments of these designers. We applaud all of you for being able to conquer the everyday battle of designing and college life. That's something to juggle. Today, we mark this date as an event to celebrate art, the art of fashion. Today, the work of personal experience and school inspiration come together to bring that art to life. So now, before we proceed, I would like to introduce myself. My name is James Keller, and I am an instructor here at the Art Institute of Houston. I teach in the communications department. I teach the speech communication courses. And I will be, of course, your esteemed host for tonight's event. And it's an honor for me to be here and celebrating this momentous occasion with our designers here at the Art Institute of Houston. And without further ado, I would like to now introduce our interim dean, Dr. Nikolai Jacobson.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming out. It's a pleasure to be hosting you all tonight. I don't want to take up too much of your time because you have better things to do than listen to me talk. So before we do begin, I wanted to just give a quick thank you to all of the students and faculty who have spent really 8 weeks, 9 weeks working very hard to put all of this together. So thank you all very much. Your effort is greatly appreciated, and this is going to be a great show. In addition, I would also like to thank the Neil Hamill Agency, and you can see representatives sitting up front there. They are co-sponsoring us and providing us with some of the models that you will be seeing this very evening. If you are interested in any more information, please talk to any one of them. You'll see them with the black shirts and the Neil Hamill. So got one there, two there, right? They are all around. In the interim, thank you very much for your time, and enjoy the show.
Thank you, Dr. Jacobson. So now the show must begin. With a royal garden theme that combines artistic flair and refinement, the event promises to be a feast for your eyes. Please enjoy the night. Royal Garden, a majestic fashion show celebrating elegance and creativity, presented by the Art Institute of Houston. And now, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let me present to you our first designer of the show, Stephen Aguilera. As Demna, a round of applause for Stephen, please. Thank you. As Demna Vlasia said, we always work by deconstructing something to create something else. That's the general approach of our designer, Stephen. Destruct to create. I think that's vital. Seeking to defy what's normal, Stephen Aguilera's Hoaxer Nail, the modern debut collection, challenges what it means to be a creative mind in the modern realm. Aguilera's idea of turning unwanted materials into revived, wearable art stems from 70s punk icons such as Vivienne Westwood, present-day avant-garde houses like Rick Owens, Maison Margiela, and the anti-fashion inventive Demna Vlasia at Vitamix and Balenciaga. So, are we all ready to take a historic walk into the Hoaxer Nail by Stephen? Let's take that walk.
My name is Stephen Aguilera, and my collection is called the Hoaxer/Nail. Oh, this mask, I just want to wear it. What sparked my interest was just trying to be unique as a person. I was trying to find who I was, and fashion helped me do that. I would just start off with simple stuff. That's how I started. My inspiration behind the collection would probably be Demna Gvasalia at Vetements in Balenciaga. He is a super anti-fashion designer who just does wild clothing. Anti-fashion is important to me. It's a way for you to be different from everybody else. It's not the same as everybody else. Every anti-fashion designer is different from each other. It helps me a lot because I can be a creative mind and just make whatever I want, whenever I want. I just want people to be themselves. Because if you're not yourself, you're not really you.
Another round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen, for Hoaxer Nail by Stephen. Next, we have Blossom by Shamonique Smith. Blossom is the delicate beauty of flowers in full bloom with a denim touch. The runway is transformed into a whimsical garden adorned with vibrant petals and lush greenery. The collection showcases a harmonious blend of soft pastels and bold blossoms, evoking a sense of springtime renewal and femininity. From petal-shaped accessories to flowing chiffon dresses reminiscent of flower petals, this fashion show celebrates the ephemeral grace and elegance of blooming flowers. The inspiration behind the designer's floral-themed collection comes from her floral experience. With her aunt's florist business, she would spend hours creating floral arrangements from roses, peonies, and tulips, along with getting captivated by their sheer beauty. This collection aims to capture the same joy charm feels when crafting flowers. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting to you Blossom by Shamanique Smith.
What sparked your interest in fashion?
I would say my grandmother. She was a seamstress herself before she passed away. So it was fun to see her take little things from outfits that I wore and created custom bows for myself. So I would say at the age of 6, I kind of just fell in love with the process and I was like, that's what I want to do.
What drives you to create? Like, what inspires you?
I would say my everyday environment, like just things around like TV shows and seeing people in their outfits in person, like just little tiny things, nothing too crazy.
How would you describe your creative process?
My creative process is after I see all of these little things and I get ideas from TV shows and people's outfits in person, I would say I pretty much just challenge myself to do it and to put my own personal twist on it. I believe as being a plus size woman myself, I want to be able to give the plus size community a safe space to just be themselves, and I want to have a fun, flirty, and casual vibe to it, while also introducing recyclable materials and having eco-conscious practices. I see myself having my own studio where I can do my own garments, create next collections, but to also have it as a safe space where inspiring fashion designers can come and learn the software and basically some fundamentals of the fashion industry.
You need to think before you speak, although you're trying to be honest. You always say things you don't mean. I know you're not the best with words, but you need to think before you speak, although you're trying to be honest. You always say things you don't mean. I know you're not the best with words, but you need to think before you speak, although you're trying to be honest. You always say things you don't mean. Why do you always insist that I'm the cause of all your problems? And even still, you always wanna look to me to solve them. I'm really trying, but I can't see solutions. I've got my marbles, but I'm starting to lose them. I'll keep on thinking, but I know I'm running out of options. Yeah, I know you're not the best with words, but you need to think before you speak. Although you're trying to be honest, you always say things you don't mean. I know you're not the best with words, but you need to think before you speak. Although you're trying to be honest, you always say things you don't mean. I think you need to use your words. 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 I know you're not the best with words, but you need to think before you speak. Although you're trying to be honest, you always say things you don't mean. I know you're not the best with words, but you need to think before you speak. Although you're trying to be honest, you always say things you don't mean. to think before you speak. Although you're trying to be honest, you always say things you don't mean. I know you're not the best with words, but you need to think before you speak. Although you're trying to be honest, you always say things you don't mean. I know you're not the best with words, but you need to think before you speak. Although you're trying to be honest, you always say things you don't mean.
And there she is. The Collection of Blossom by Shamanique Smith. Very good job. Very good job. Zariah's Chic Apparel is a fashion brand that feeds the mind, body, and soul. Their mission is to promote body positivity while diligently working to increase the world's self-love. Today's collection features not only extra but basic fashion along with the power of being confident. These pieces are special to Ashton because they are the designer's very first custom designs. They represent growth, power, passion, and simply never giving up. When anyone wears these pieces or any of the designer's garments, they will ultimately feel their best self. Please put your hands together for Zariah's Chic Apparel by Ashton Branch.
My name is Ashton Branch. Initially, my interest sparked in fashion when I was about 4 years old. Mom put me in dance classes and we had recitals and we got to dress up in different characters. I would say I gained inspiration from every little thing around everyday life. I would say my creative process is more of like, I use a lot of digital things like my iPad and stuff like that. I cannot draw, so using like Illustrator and all that just kind of helps, and I just kind of see a vision in my head and I just try my best to like put it on paper, and I go as far as digging into what fabrics I'm going to use and like what, literally every single detail from zippers to threads to everything all on my iPad. And with that being said, with my brand, I feel like I stand for self-love. So with self-love, you know, with fashion, if you're loving yourself to the fullest, whatever you wear, you're gonna look and feel your best self, and that's the impact I'm trying to make. Everyone should love themselves, be themselves, and yeah. After the Art Institute, I see myself scaling my business to $1 million with all the skills that I've learned.
Bad bitches to the left. Money bitches to the right. You can be both, meet in the middle, dance all night. Take it all off, or just a little if you like. It's pure. It should cost $1 billion to look this good. But she make it look easy cause she got it. Check my technique. You can find the one when the tempo good. Wanna touch my technique. 4, 3, 2, fucking busy. That's my technique. That's my technique. Bad bitch, me too. Right and left cheek. Ideas, my dear. That's my technique. All my pretty girls to the floor. Get your money, cunty, hunty. Don't be funny with my money, honey. Don't my girls look so yummy, yummy. All the boys want my honey from me. It should cost $1 billion to look that good. But she make it look easy cause she got it. You can find the one when the tempo's good. 4, 3, I'm too fucking busy. Check my technique. I see you too, coming from my technique. Bossy bitch, be so right and left cheek. Future, run Renaissance, study my technique. All the pretty boys to the floor. Get your money, 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 money. Don't be funny with my money, honey. Don't my girls look so yummy, yummy? All them boys want my honey for me. Bad bitches to the left. Money bitches to the right. You can be both, meet in the middle, dance all night. Take it all off, or just a little if you like. Early roulette. It should cost $1 billion to look this. I see you want it and you're coming for me. Don't be funny with my money, honey. All my girls look so yummy, yummy. And all the boys want my honey. The devil's on my shoulder. Nasty is my guilty pleasure. If you give this ass a squeeze, it's pretty hell will give you pleasure. Once you give me hyped up, baby, I won't stop. I won't stop till you say you had enough. Ride it like a rodeo when I'm on top. I'll get you stuck in my love, stuck in my honey. Honey, honey, honey. I put the sweet on your tongue. Don't it taste yummy? Yummy, yummy, yummy. The sticky dick, honey and gold, dripping all on me. Yeah, honey, honey, honey. I'ma put the sweet on your tongue. Don't it taste yummy? Yummy, yummy, yummy. You know it's Friday night and I'm ready to drive. Throw me them keys, baby, let's go. Friday night and I'm ready to drive. Throw me them keys, baby, let's go. We jump in the car, pour the tank of gas. World's at war, low on cash. I ain't never felt a feeling like this. You've been in love, but not like this. Sweet honey sin, taste it on your lips. Up and down on it, like switch, click.
All right. A big round of applause for Zaria's Chic Apparel by Ashton Branch. Very wonderful performance, very wonderful display. And now, Quinn Lease is a freshman at the Art Institute of Houston, majoring in fashion design. He has been sewing for about 4 or 5 years, but has been taking it more seriously this past year as he does more and has gotten better at making, designing clothing and pattern design. For this collection, there was no direct inspiration, but more of him seeing what he can do with the skills that he has learned and adding subtle details to all black garments. What he used were darts, an exposed zipper, an oddly shaped cargo pockets. The theme of the pieces is that time is of the essence. And he only had 2 days to create the pieces. Only had 2 days to create the pieces. And that's how he named the collection of pieces, 48, as it took 48 hours to design and make those pieces. That's interesting and a lot to go in 48 hours. So please join hands for our next designer, Quinn Lease.
My name is Quinn Lease. I'm a freshman and I'm doing fashion design. I was always in the skate scene when I was younger. I started when I was about 5 years old. So just being around that, I was always into like just dressing weird, dressing for myself. I was always wearing the high top Supras, you know, the one that Justin Bieber wore. I was just always wearing bright colors and I just always thought that I dressed differently. So it just always was in the fashion scene. Actually kind of funny because the only time I really get my ideas is right before I go to bed. So usually about like an hour before I go to bed, I just think about stuff, think about how to make stuff. I feel like it's a little bit too early to say where I'm gonna be, but I hopefully just hope to be in the scene. Hope to be just doing something with fashion. Really, that's one of the main things. I always have to dress comfortable. The stuff that I make, you don't usually see often. It may be simple, but I always have my own touch to it, and I feel like that makes me stand out.
face. Got no human grace. Your eyes without a face. I spend so much time believing all the lies. Keep the dream alive. Now it makes me sad. It makes me mad and true. For loving what is you. Eyes without a face. Eyes without a face. Eyes without a face. Got no human grace. Your eyes without a face.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was 48 brought to you by Quinn Lease. Another round of applause for the designer of 48. And now, Kirsten Burke, currently a sophomore on her way to becoming a costume designer for the Houston Alley Theater. She loves sewing and has been doing it for the past 6 or 7 years. She made costumes for her high school's theater and loved every second of it. Helping someone get into character was something that she enjoyed most about theater. The theme for her collection is shiny exteriors. As the designer expresses, unfortunately, like a lot of people, have been hurt by people who are not who they initially claimed to be. And she has experienced and had so many friends who are the bright lights of her life. So she chose this theme to showcase the people who keep your world turning and the ones whose true nature just might destroy it. I'm sure this world is going to be a beautiful place with the shiny exteriors by Kirsten Burke.
I'm Kirsten. I'm currently a sophomore at the Art Institute. I am in my 5th quarter right now. I think what initially sparked my interest in fashion was watching movies and TV shows and looking at the different costumes that I was seeing on screen and seeing all these different characters come to life. My friends and family inspire and drive me to create. They keep me going when I fall. My ideas just sort of come to me and I have to make them before I can actually see the vision in my head. So I don't have any drawings or sketches. It's usually just I think, I make it, and then I see it. I see myself in the Houston Alley Theater as a costume designer. I'm very much a big supporter of mental health awareness. My core values, I would say, is making something that is more universal so that there is a good sense of mental health all around. I would like to try and impact my audience with a greater sense of body positivity, because we all know that none of us have good body positivity until we get to the point where we see something and we love it on ourselves, and that's when we truly begin to love ourselves. I have no personal style. I just wear what's comfortable unless I'm going somewhere nice unless I'm going out somewhere nice to dinner or I'm going out with my friends. I try to dress it up a little bit then because other people are going to see me. But generally on a day-to-day, I try to be comfortable. Except while I'm at work, I have to wear a uniform at work, so you'll usually see me wearing scrubs throughout the week, so I haven't had time to develop a fashion sense. Unlimited resources, maybe something towards the aesthetic of dark academia. So skirts, nice blazers, dress pants, and heels, because I like to feel tall.
Our hearts are breaking underneath all the applause. This devastation is of our own making, but we've never tasted this much bitterness before. And everybody But some of us are born to fight and fight and fight some more. So we will see you here. Same time, same place next year. And you may win this battle, but you'll never win the war. Better to have fought and lost than never fought at all. Go take a bow, your audience is waiting. We'll take the shadows since the limelight isn't ours. We wanted it so bad, gave it all we had. Oh, but wanting it doesn't always make it yours. This time was ours to lose, but fortune favors those who ride the storm and make it through. So we will see you here. Same time, same place next year. You can take this battle, 'cause we're gonna win the war. Better to have fought and lost than never fought at
Another big round of applause for designer Kirsten for that magnificent collection of shiny exteriors. Tracy attended the Art Institute of Dallas in 2004 and Houston location in 2020. Growing up in the foster care system and living through the heartache of losing both parents, she never let this bring her down. This experience taught her the importance of independence. At the age of 9, her happy place was drawing and creating outfits with their own unique personality. The more she grew up, the more her love for designing her own brand grew. It has always been her dream to help transform the fashion world into a more accepting world, filled with different cultures, sizes, and backgrounds. Her life helped her to appreciate family values, life balance, and appreciation for different cultures. Moonlight Water describes the phenomenal entrepreneur, mother, and adventurer. It takes growing skills to just be okay living in your skin today. With or without help, life can simply be more challenging for some, but that's okay. Continue to level up. This collection reminds you to do what makes you happy and to continue loving yourself if no one else will. It's okay to push your own limit. Just have fun doing it. So if you decide your own path, this is for you. Moonlight Water by Tracy Null.
My name is Tracy Null. I am currently a student at the Art Institute of Houston, and I'm in my senior year. What sparked my interest in fashion is just since I was a little girl, just drawing and wanting to create my own thing, and just got tired of looking at the typical outfits in the stores. So I felt like that was more of my scapegoat. What inspired me, just looking at something, I can like look at an outfit or maybe something in the store and I'll just be like, hey, this will be a good idea, a good design. My first part is to get the feeling that this can be changed, or if it's something that the world is missing. So once I get that first part down, then at that point I'll start making a design in my head, and then I'll start to write everything down, and then I'll start figuring out what type of pattern pieces that I need to create for that, and who would be my target audience for that. I do see myself being my own fashion designer. Also, do I want to create things like even online, like maybe open up my own boutique or maybe online store, so that people can just, for the convenience of their own home, they can purchase them online. I say my core value, just making sure everyone is included. I don't want my outfits just to be for one particular target audience. I just want it to be for everyone. So me as an artist, I just want to change the way that we think as humans, because we feel that a person has to be a certain size or small enough to wear a certain item. Even kids, I just feel like, you know, the way our kids are, they grow up to be adults. So I just want them to learn to love themselves and love each other. So, I mean, I think I'll more just put some things together. Like, you know, if I may find like a scarf in the closet, I may just wrap it around my head and just have me big old afro. I'm the type of girl, I don't even have to go out and buy anything. I'm gonna find what I have in the closet and just put it all together. If I have some shoes I haven't worn in 5 or 6 years, I'm gonna put some rhinestones on it and I'm just gonna make it pop.
This is for the girls getting money. This is for the girls that don't need no man. This is for the girls that's in love with themselves. This is for all the girls that done did it by themselves. This is for all the girls that's INDEPENDENT. This is for all the girls that been living stress free. This is for all the girls on a mission like me. This for the girls. This for all the girls around the world. This is for the girls. This for all the girls around the world. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Get that money, sis. Keep them on their tip. They be tryna press you, but you ain't pressed on it. I'm way too fine to be inside. I'm outside, having my own, booking my own trips. Don't ever let them disrespect you and call you out your name. You'll have these boys obsessed, they can't stop mentioning your name. I'm bad, I'm gorgeous, I'm very important. How you calling me a snack? You know I'm 7 courses. This is for the girls getting money. This is for the girls that don't need no man. This is for the girls that's in love with themselves. This is for all the girls that done did it by themselves. This is for all the girls that's INDEPENDENT. This is for all the girls that be living stress free. This is for all the girls on a mission like me. This for the girls. This for all the girls around the world. This is for the girls. This for all the girls around the world. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm bad and paid. I move like the move. I got foreign chains too. It ain't really nothing that I can't do. I speak for the baddies. Bank account look like phone numbers. All of our checks got 4 commas. Running this thing for most summers. Designing my clothes. The cover of Vogue. I wanted some flowers. Mr. Wilson pulled up in the rose. Pulled off in the ghost. When I post that market, they say goes. Money, long, weed too. Girls love girls, of course we do. This is for the girls getting money. This is for the girls that don't need no man. This is for the girls in love with themselves. This is for all the girls that done did it by themselves.
Amazing Moonlight Water by Tracy Null. Please give her another hand. Sophie Rivera Osorio is a senior in fashion design in the Art Institute of Houston. She has loved creating clothes since she was a little girl and has always wanted to become a fashion designer. Her collection, Dreamland, is inspired by flowers, fluffy clouds, and pastel colors. A lot of her design inspiration comes from nature, and this collection was no exception. The story for this collection is of a bride that is getting married and is preparing her honeymoon attire. She wanted the collection to have a soft feeling and to be a bit mystical, giving the impression that the garments were coming from a dreamland. Let's all experience The Dreamland by Sophie Rivera Osorio.
My name is Sophie Rivera Osorio, and I am a fashion design student here at the Art Institute. I initially got inspired in fashion when I was very young. I think I was 9, 10 when I first started sewing and I first started doing clothes, and then it just became a thing. One of my main sources of inspiration is definitely nature. Most of my inspiration comes from there. My creative process changes depending on the collection. I start out with a mood board, and then I either do sourcing of fabrics or I start sketching. From sketching, I decide, I narrow it down, and then I start building patterns and doing mock-ups, and then finally sewing the garments. As a designer, I like being very, very conscious about sustainability. So I try to use recycled materials. In some of my designs, I've used old clothes, or I also try to be very conscious of what I'm doing and just ethically buying things. People have said that my style is very whimsical, very magical. Flowy is another word that's been used a lot. So just very romantic, I guess. Some of my core values as a fashion designer are being very sustainably aware of my garments. I also like incorporating my culture into all of my designs in some way or another. I am Mexican, so incorporating that is a big part of my designs.
Wow, what a closer to our show. Dreamland by Sophie Rivera Osorio. Another round of applause for her and her models. Thank you for gracing us with your presence and for showing such love and support to our awesome students, both the fashion designers and the models as well. Once again, I am your esteemed host, James Keller, and it has been a pleasure, but of course the evening is not over as we have the continuation of this glorious night on level 1. And please make sure that you stop by the gallery to take a look at the other students' wonderful, awesome, prestigious, dynamic, and powerful artwork. Thank you, and good night.